Hi, I'm Iain Brooks, the Product Marketing Manager for the Transit for Ford of Britain and Ford of Ireland. I'm at the CV show at the NEC in Birmingham, and I'm now going to talk to you about the welfare vehicle. So this is a new offering from us. It's on our one-stop shop program. So essentially you can go into our dealerships, you can order this vehicle, it's a single invoice, and it will be delivered as one whole unit. So why a welfare unit? Who uses it? So essentially it's used to provide core comfort facilities for transient workforces. And the example I give when I explain that is normally if you go on the motorways and you see a workforce on the motorway, that could be a large stretch of road they have to work on. They need those facilities that allow them to have a break, have somewhere to sit down, have something to eat, provide a hot drink. And it also gives them somewhere that if there is essential requirements in terms of quick medical aid, in terms of eye washes, this provides that for them. There are other areas that you could do that from, like a static unit, but with this, it moves with the workforce. Okay, so our donor vehicle is a double cabin van. We provide it without the bulkhead, and then it gets converted. So all the magic is basically inside the vehicle for this. So it has 7 seats on the interior. It's fully crash tested seats, but it also means that as well as providing those core comfort facilities, you can actually transport your workforce to and from site in the vehicle. Okay, you can probably see the ceiling lights are standard. It's got the table so you can sit down, have a meal. It's also got a microwave. It's got the facilities for hot and cold water. It's also got a separate facility for a boiler for brews, for tea, for coffee. It's also got a wastewater collector because you can't use wastewater on the highway. The ability for people to take their dirty coats off and hang them up. Power points, USBs because they can charge things. It's also got a heater underneath the seat. So in essence, if you think about some of the conditions that the workforce has, those cold conditions, you can have this ready warm for them when they come in and sit down. It also has a roof vent to get rid of some of those odours that might be required. It's also got hand towels and hand cleaners for the crew. What you can't see, and there is a reason because it's separated at the back, is it also has an individual toilet which you access through the back rear doors. It's also got a separate sink in there so you can wash your hands after you've been to the toilet and you don't need to come on the inside. And the heater we talked about for the rear also heats the toilet area. So based on the feedback, we know there's a specific requirement for this product in the UK, especially with the amount of work on infrastructure at the moment. It's available through the Ford dealers. As mentioned earlier, it's a single invoice option. And it also comes with a standard 3-year Ford warranty. So I've already talked to you about a number of products, and I have got another 2 brand new ones to talk to you about here. So the one behind me is a frozen vehicle. It's also going to be available as a chiller, and both will be available on our one-stop shop program. So even better news, the frozen and the chiller variants will be available on both the Transit and the Transit Custom. So let's just take the frozen vehicle to start with. So on the front of the vehicle, it's got a patented direct airflow system. And what I mean by that is that the actual fridge unit has got increased performance by utilising airflow over the windscreen that filters straight into the unit. This improves fuel efficiency and actual refrigeration performance by up to 15%. So the unit on the front is a 3.5 kilowatt GAH unit. It's capable of freezing this thing down to minus 25 degrees C. So on the side, there's a super freeze fold back door. That's actually easy to open and close even when the vehicle's frozen. Just note that's on the Transit and not the Transit Custom though. So on the rear of the vehicle, it's got rear modular doors, and what I mean by that is that it's been designed so if there is anything wrong with the original donor vehicle door, then you can easily take this off and get to the door underneath it. Inside it's foam injected. It's got an access plate for the rear view camera just in case you've got one as an option. So in terms of the chiller variant, I've already mentioned the fact that it's available on both Transit and Transit Custom. The GAH unit on the front is 3 kilowatt, and that gets the temperature down to 0 degrees C. Okay, so one of the other differences between the frozen and the chiller is the GRP thickness. So on the chiller it's 50 mil thick, but you still get things like the LED load light. So the conversion weight is about 180 kilograms, so you can see where you are in terms of your normal payload. So Ford believe there's a real opportunity for these vehicles. We see the opportunity, and that's why we put them both on our one-stop shop program. In other words, it's the same thing we've talked about for other one-stop products. It's a single invoice from our dealers, standard Ford warranty at 3 years, and we see these as true enhancements to our range. Thank you.